When we thought about this program, we really had one question in mind, and that was, what can happen when you take 15 young black men, one young black woman, and teach them the business of fashion? What can happen? How can they grow? How can we create opportunity for them?
Well, I think this summer's internship has just been it's been awesome, no cap, because I feel like being a person like that, a person who always been kind of a weirdo, I dress different, I do what I want, I don't really care what people think, it's kind of hard to fit in, with people who want to fit in. Right. Because, I'm doing something different. But this summer, it just felt right. It felt like I was supposed to be here. It felt like I'm around people who are thinking like I'm thinking.
I'm Amari.
I'm Dylan.
I'm Christian Dowdy, AKA King Cash, the one and only.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I just wanted to flex on y'all today. I was like, you know what, it's gonna be my first day, so I'm gonna treat it like school. So I'm gonna have my whole fit laid out and everything,
Hi, my name is Chris.
My name is Elijah. My name is Thomas. I'm 16 and I'm from Westerville, Ohio.
My fit inspiration was probably this shirt. I just tie-dyed it and bleached it.
I'm Jeremiah Smith.
I'm Reggie Thomas.
Joshua Daly. I'm 17 and I go to Eastland Career Center.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I just do whatever. I'm just coming here. I'm not gonna lie. I guess I'll go with the pure monies. I can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong with the pure money.
Yes, sir.
Well, hi. My name is Michaela.
My name is Waden Logan.
Greg Simpson. I'm 16.
Kentwan Brown. I'm 19 years old. Graduated from Reynoldsburg High School 2020.
I'll step out.
Okay, thank you.
You feel me? I like wearing my hair because, you gotta show the tats. Sometimes you gotta show the tat a little bit. So I wear my hair up just a little bit and then you swag out.
My name is Eric Dunson and I'm from downtown Columbus.
Honestly, when it comes to fashion, I'm completely new to this. I got no clue what any of y'all talking about, and I'm good.
So my name is Rob Smith. I'm a director of production and sourcing product development at Upwest. I am co-creator, co-writer of this program with my partner, Joseph Brown.
I am Joe Brim. I am a senior designer for Discover. I'm also an entrepreneur for Below the Brim, Go Be Kids. I am co-writer that framed this project with my boy Rob. What happens when you give at-risk or people that look like me the opportunity to create? I am a product of having or being exposed to that type of creativity or that type of opportunity. And when I was placed in a position where I could see and or play around with tools, people that have the experience, be exposed to different vendors and its relationships and how processes work and how manufacturing work, it opened my mind. And what did that do for me? It put me on the path to utilize my creative skills to produce for corporate America, to produce for myself, and to produce for family and friends. So when you give me or give us those resources, it gives us the ability to imagine, and once we begin imagining, it gives us the ability to dream, and once we dream, we can do.
Another icebreaker. Freestyle? Now, you our next icebreaker.
Classic Jenga. What you're gonna do is you're gonna come up and you're gonna pull a piece, and you're gonna have to answer the question.
My first week here has been really good. I've gotten to meet a lot of new people that are interested in the same interests as I am.
Who in here designs or considers himself a designer?
Being around people who are into fashion and who are I don't know, around my age, and then people who are older than me who are into fashion, and just getting advice from everyone. It's been really good.
I know being in school, at least at my school, there wasn't a lot of people that I felt comfortable enough to surround myself with and talk about my aspirations.
That's what I'm wearing, they all right. Go to the mall, go to the stores, they all right. But then I realized that I can design or I can do better. So I like to make my own stuff and want to have my own brand.
So, two things. The both of you at the back, y'all have brands, right?
Yeah.
why weren't your brands the ones that you wanted to expound on? The assignment was you had wrote down your favorite brands, right? Yeah. And to go deeper into one of your brands. You both have brands. Why didn't you choose your brand to go deeper?
Have them not like, oh, well, maybe you should do this, or maybe you should go to college for this, or maybe blah, blah, this and third. Being here, everybody that's around me has an aspiration of something. Somebody wants to be a designer, somebody wants to be a marketing person, a creative director, somebody wants to be something within the same industry that I'm interested in. And so to have that feeling and not that loneliness, like, that's great for me.
Yeah, I've been dabbling in fashion my whole life, but I really didn't get serious about that until about like 2 years ago when I started making music.
Like your life is up in shambles, time to pick it up. You know life again.
Truth by Oso Wall. The key to creative thinking is creating.
Give it up. All them lies you holding on to, gotta give it up. All that.
Before I started making music, like, I always been like dressing different, you know, trying to do my own thing when it comes to the clothes. Like, I never liked to be like everybody else. And like, it was weird at first. It wasn't fashion at first. Everybody thought I was weird, you know, just cause like, I always been the kid, I'm wearing whatever I want, you know, like, not no bull crap, you just don't understand it yet. Right. So it really just came like naturally, I say. Like, it was just a thing where like my mom, I grew up with like only my mom, and my mom was far from a slouch, you know. Yeah. She got the drip, so it was just instilled into me over the years. Like, I was trying to go out the house, my mom like, what are you wearing? Right. And so like, yeah, that kind of was a big part in it. And then I feel like just fashion and music, they just go hand in hand, like all the way around. Like,
so one big thing that you need to do if you're in this space, right? A lot of things have happened in the past, and those things affect what's happening today in the present. So the first 2 weeks, it was very much supplementing a lot of different documentaries that were historic within the industry and within Black culture, letting them see those things, right? And you have to understand the history of what it is you're getting into. You can't come into something saying you're about to disrupt something, you're about to be a change agent, your line's about to be hot, you're about to be doing dope stuff, and not have been inspired by something in the past, right? There are a lot of things that are going to influence what it is that you're liking today. So we're going to be watching a documentary, and it's called The Remix. What you said you saw a little bit, so what did you get from it?
These are things I don't actually often see.
Yeah.
A lot of like backgrounding that is not actually put out there, especially amongst the Black community, and then hip hop as well. I didn't know that much of it tied into fashion.
I remember coming across.
There's so many little things that add up to what we see as consumers, but there's so much that goes into it, so many different designers, so many different stylists who, you know what I'm saying, we may never hear about. If I never came to this program, I never would have heard about a lot of these important, influential people to me, you know what I'm saying, with what I'm wearing, how I'm making music, how I'm living.
Learning so much about just different influencers and how all this stuff ties back to where we are now is just kind of crazy to think about.
Kanye helped connect him with a lot of different types of people and the brands that he works with now.
That first week was really honing in on what fashion and the Black culture have in common, and what that relationship going back and forth is like, and the impact that African Americans have had on this fashion industry. That person, in essence, creates and starts trends. Not gonna lie, I consider myself one of those people.
You know, I'm gonna say something about it too. Like, you know, they got all these sites. We was talking about this the other day too. They got all these sites for trends and like trend forecasting and all that type of stuff. But a lot of trends come out of innovation, necessity, like creativity.
If they get anything from this, be it, oh, we were able to come up with a small capsule collection or whatnot, and even better, they know how to maneuver their community to understand who are the movers and shakers and influencers and how they can position themselves to be that as well.
And that's one of the things that we do very well, right? So like growing up poor, I mean, we all know how we've had to, get creative in order to represent ourselves, right? And then, people see that, and then it's like, then it starts to become a trend, right? So like, these are where really the trends happen. Like, who influences the influencers, right? Those who are, thinking creatively, thinking free. We always look at like, what are the celebrities doing and all that type of stuff, but there's somebody who's just like y'all in this room who influences them because y'all have the freedom to do that.
This is like, in a way, my idea foundry before the idea foundry. Like, literally, this is an idea that came between me and a friend that we need somewhere that we could create all of our stuff, like as far as like shoe painting and creating clothes and anything like. But this is like finished product that's gonna be like when I release it or drop it, blah blah blah. It's just all building up right now. This is like what to work on. Like this is how I keep myself organized. So like I keep stuff here that I'm gonna work on later on, or just I can grab it, work on it, take it over to my sewing area, blah blah blah. The storage little boxes and areas, and yeah, I keep like fabrics in certain boxes and pencils and papers and all that, hangers and whatever I need, it's all here. And then you come over here, this is where all the machinery's at. We have, a printer here, a new sewing machine, and a Cricut Explorer Air. This over here is more like the painter space. So like if you want to paint your shoes or do what you want, just use whatever I got, This is for anybody and everybody that wants to do something. So yeah, this is the little painter area, painter space. And then that table, I keep all my heat transfer stuff. So the iron, heat press, the mini iron and stuff like that, that's where I do all that at. And then this is just the meeting table to discuss whatever's coming next. Me and my mom, we live in a two-room apartment. So like me and her both models, so we collect clothes throughout the times that we're doing it, and just throughout the years, we just really don't have space all like that. So even my room, I'm sitting here trying to sew some, try to use the Cricut, gotta do this, gotta do that, all in my room, but I have clothes everywhere because I can't even have nowhere to store my stuff. So I'm like, you know what, I need to find a space that can freely think and freely move as I need. And so my aunt was just like, oh yeah, you're good. You like your clothes stuff, blah, blah, yada, yada, yada. You can use the garage. So this garage was like a hot mess. Like, oh my gosh, it was so much. So I decided to clean it all myself. Deck scrubbed it, cleaned it out, blah, 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 did everything myself. And so, yeah, that's where that came from. And then I also pay rent for this space so I could keep the lights on and everything. The sky's really the limit, but you gotta find a way to get up there. And bro, 5 years from now, we're gonna be the place that, if you wanna go somewhere, you gotta go to Columbus for this opportunity, because opportunities is at Columbus, not, if you wanna retire, go to Columbus. If you wanna retire, go to Ohio. Nah, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be, bro, if you wanna do this, do that, blah, 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 bro, we are the land of opportunity. That's what it's gonna be like within 5 years.
Ronnie, man. Man, Ronnie is a full character.
Ronnie is an experience.
Ronnie, I could say Ronnie's a character.
Ronnie's a character. Very straightforward. Like, this man does not miss. He does not care. Ronnie, he's very passionate about what he does, and he's passionate about helping us.
Ronnie. Oh, wow. Ronnie's Ronnie. That's all I can say. Very outgoing.
He's just expressive. That's for Beastie. Because, like, it's not a lot of people like him. And so he just makes the room. He makes everybody happier. He just disciplined.
Ronnie Opong is a leader. I admire everything that he does, and there has never been a moment where he didn't be afraid to drop a gem on us.
He's a very strong personality. He knows what he wants. He's always there to help though, you know, like if you need anything, he got you. If you hungry, you eating. He just like, Ronnie's a dope dude, man, and I'm like very grateful that I got to connect with him, and very grateful that he, you know, did this for us. And yeah, shout out Ronnie.
Version of On the Couch with Bobby Couch. And I'm here with a lot of marketing experts. We have the Thieves as well as the art director of CFA, and we have the rapper.
I'm Yvonne and actually worked at L Brands, Victoria's Secret, La Senza for about 10 years. But I did that on the operations side. Basically worked international. So my role was to open up La Senza stores in the Middle East and in Russia.
I think when we talk about fashion, certain roles are glamorized and certain roles are brought to the forefront. You need to be a designer, you need to be a buyer, you know, you need to be a model. These different roles are great, they're glamorized, but so few people can actually be there. A lot of times it's taking that idea and letting people understand that there's a whole nother world on the backside. People in production, people in PR, communications, marketing, you know, hell, there are sometimes scientists, etc., who are from corporate C-suite senior level positions.
I was at Express for about 17 years, ended up being the vice president of creative over there for the last 7 years of it.
I'm senior vice president. I'm executive vice president, chief administrative officer, and the chief operating officer.
I'm the CEO of a company, but it's not a fashion company, it's a business company.
All the way to, you know, your entrepreneurs, people on the ground hustling and grinding.
You can kind of see that. I mean, I got 3 million on TikTok.
I make clothes. I've been doing compliments since 2017.
You know, now we're here at corporate in Cincinnati. And we've been there for 10 years, so we just celebrated 13 years of business last month.
So, like, how did you get your store to boom to like where it is now? Like,
well, the whole thing is like I'm not gonna act like stupid or naive. Have to shake hands, kiss babies. Like it's like being a politician. But that's kind of how the store took off. Like we knew all the artists and the rappers in the city, so early on, like everybody that was on their come up, you know, was rocking with me at Leaders already. So instantly when we opened Fat Tiger, they was rocking with us. So we grew quick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a lot of stores not gonna go from where we started to where we at now in 8 years. That's like a lot of progression.
This week went by kind of fast. We met a lot of interesting people.
Doing all over print on something if it's gonna go across, you know, sew line. So I need to make sure I'm thinking about that because I know how the garment's gonna be made. So I think,
well, I've been a year in and I really haven't done much design work. Like,
you know what I mean? Genuinely sacrifice what you gotta do for the brand to grow.
Anyway, we giving y'all just so much game right now. Yeah. So I still like to say that, like, tell the full story. Tell how y'all came up with it. Show behind the scenes. I would say tell the story and do whatever platform comes natural to you. And because there's so many of y'all can have like 20 videos out in succession quickly. It's just me, so I can only do so much.
I feel like we had a lot of good speakers. Another week, another great one.
Now we're moving on week, 4, 5 and on has now been around production. So we sit down, we ideate, we come up with trend analysis.
We just young, but we still learning from all these industry people, like industry plants. Like y'all kind of giving us all the juice.
Yeah, right on my mind, right? We're the visionaries of this culture, visionaries of our actual clothing brand and everything that's coming apart. And also, we can take from the vintage, from the old school, which we're learning from now, because these we all call old school. Maybe yeah. These are like the originals, right?
It sounded cool. Hold on, let them finish their
case of Visionary Vintage.
Plus, I also feel like Visionary Vintage really captures the essence of our mission statement because these garments are meant to evoke confidence and drive the youth to embrace, making us visionaries for the future.
Hold it down. Let's come back.
I'll start something new though. Instead of like, why taking it back? I understand. I like the throwbacks and everything. Yes, we can do that once every while, but in the meantime, let's bring it all up.
So if we bring the vintage aspect to it, our collection needs to be vintage. It's put in a.
But you're gonna have to mind you.
It's put in a box on our collection.
All of your mood boards had throwback vintage call-outs. Y'all all put old school 90s different swags into your mood board. So it makes sense, right? But right now we're only discussing the reasoning as to why we're calling it industry plan. From my understanding is that y'all are new to this industry and you're growing.
So I was just looking at because I've been researching Fat Tiger Workshop to make sure, but they had a collection called Eat the Rich, right? And when you hear Eat the Rich, you think it sounds like, you know, like Eat the Rich people, like, you know what I'm saying, like Eat the Rich, right? But they had fruits and vegetables and stuff like that in the brand, in the design, and the style. So it was really about like feeding yourself, you know, like with the richness of fruits and vegetables. It was like, so basically saying eat the rich, but it had a double kind of entendre. This one, I feel like with your conversation about it kind of represents y'all a little bit, because y'all are like those seeds. We're planting seeds through this program, and y'all have the opportunity to grow into the next wave of fashion. So I think aspirationally, this could be, you know what I'm saying, this could be dope.
The lesson was also be able to speak to what you're doing. But now we are at crossroads. Everyone in this room is going to vote. Okay, so heads down. No, head down, head down. Head down, head down. Head down. Everyone is going to vote. Heads down. All right, raise your hand if you are for Visionary Vintage. Raise your hand. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hands up for industry plan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I was quiet. Hey, he counts though. Y'all like, yeah. It's not even clear. It's the name of your collection. Like we said, y'all really do a good job.
I mean, this week was dope. Same with all the other weeks. We starting to get hands-on. We're starting to build up our collection.
It's crazy how, like, it can be hard to work with, like, a big group of people, especially when we all trying to come together on one project. We all trying to put our 20 brains together on one project. So this week has been, like, a lot of showing that it's not always going to be easy. I feel like we're not always going to agree on everything that we're doing, but we can work through it.
So we try to get the purpose of what industry plan means based off of the mission statement and not for profit. So that's what I'm saying, we gotta get that down.
Try not to think too much of yourselves and y'all's personal preferences or what y'all really want. It's not about us, it's about MBK, it's about this program. We all have great ideas. We all have, like I said, we all have great ideas. Anybody wants to do this, we all have different styles, but it's about what we're here for, and that mission statement.
But if y'all want to build out a collection, is now y'all need to start talking about y'all ideals and build out what y'all want something to look like. Right now, y'all just have a blank sheet of paper, and that blank sheet of paper can get filled up with as many ideas as possible. Because that's what I tell you, it's going to be somebody else's job to make those ideas make sense. That's why it's a lot of y'all. You know, the people that's gonna create and be creative and do that, you let them be as wildly creative as you want to. But somebody has to be the person that can come and decipher that and turn that into something that you can sell to people.
Hi, I'm Michaela. Right now, I'm currently in school for marketing. I do want to go further in marketing and go into brand strategy and development. Hopefully, I mean, that takes me far somewhere, somebody's corporate job, but eventually, like, I want to be a brand strategist and be known for building out brands.
Line or whatever, like maybe like that could be like the tissue paper or the paper as they're unraveling it, it's like that burnt, like, so like that would be cool.
I mean, we could just burn it.
So during the creation of Industry Plant, I really wanted it to be a positive connotation like we had talked about. Traditionally, Industry Plant has a negative connotation, which would traditionally mean that you're a poser. You're not supposed to be here. Like, you're here to push just a set agenda. So to us, being an Industry Plant is a good thing, meaning that you're here to cause disruption. That's what you're supposed to do in industries.
Tomorrow, end of day, you should either have a PowerPoint presentation, some sort of way to let me know how this whole collection is going to roll out. During this whole past couple weeks, we watched fashion shows, we watched documentaries about magazines and spreads. Like, get to it, okay?
I'll say like a brownish, like green.
I mean, like, it's kind of hard to like.
Not really playing.
The last 2 days in the program have been long. Definitely a lot of work. We were broken up into our teams. We had to put together an entire plan for Industry Plant. Listen, when you have a deadline to meet, sometimes you gotta sacrifice the sleep to get the presentation out, make sure that everything's coherent in your notes, make sure your team knows what's going on. Just a lot of collaborative work, really, and sometimes sleep is not an option. It's currently 1:06 p.m. I went to sleep at 4 a.m. and had to be up at 8 to be back here to present.
The overall concept, the way it was presented, and the way it was executed was actually really, really well done. So give yourselves a round of applause. Shout out to your edit.
And I am the marketing lead.
Now, the design and concepts that we love, that we will move forward with, is that from group 3 and 2. So shout out to Josh, shout out to Cash. So as a group, we're gonna move forward in terms of working on Industry Plant with those lenses. So the idea is you have a leading group. That group is definitely going to be the ones who are gonna like drive and lead our whole concept in the collection, but we're pulling components from the other groups, and that's what we're gonna go ahead and incorporate so that way we see everyone's fingerprints on this project.
My major was graphic design. It was the hardest class. Other than computer science, it was hard because it was off Zoom. Like, I didn't have hands-on one-on-one. I was paying for school for graphic design, and now we have big influencers. Big shout out to Seven and Josh, because they both actually been helping me with how to use Adobe. And I've been trying to use Adobe in college, and it was way harder, but now that I got them by my side hands-on, it's very simple. So
The program is actually a blessing. It's another opportunity that I'm glad to have.
Today we went to see where our pop-up shop was and got an insight on everything.
So my role is to know what's in our inventory, how many designs and styles we have, what's going on the floor, what's going to be in the shop, what's going to be our main item, and the cost of everything.
Right? So we have 6 shirt options. Products that we are working on, the design's working on, is expensive. That's the heavyweight, right? So heavyweight.
Now looking back, I actually been doing merchandising since I've been working at stores like Aldo. Like I've been doing floor setting without me even noticing it. I know how to put things on the floor, what makes it catch people's eye and what doesn't. Like, I know.
I can't explain. He's out of words. Bro, this is fire. Literally fire.
Literally fire.
Literally on fire.
They were like,
that could be like a female. No phones out, no cameras, no photos of the product when we go inside. And we do not want to mess that up. Repeat what I said? You can. Okay. So, make sure that if you have questions, you're raising your hand, you're paying attention, you're keeping up with the group. Do not straggle along. Don't get lost in the cut somewhere. All right, we will leave you. No.
The texture of this.
We're not, listen, don't look at the shirt. Look at the colorways.
Just think about the design for this.
Just look at the colorways.
Because these are
we really wanted to, test that theory about what happens when you teach these young individuals how to empower themselves in the fashion industry and see where it goes from there. And so we created the program not really knowing where it was going to go. We had an idea, but we didn't know it would have this much impact on not only their lives, but our lives. So over the past, 9 weeks, we've been literally pouring into these kids and having other experts from the fashion industry, everywhere from COOs of major retailers to, people who are social media influencers, have millions of followers, to people who are running some of the hottest streetwear brands in the country. And it's been amazing watching them learn about the entire industry and see them soaking up knowledge and you could see the change happening. Not only from what they're learning, from what they're writing down and remembering, but even just the impact on who they are and what they can be. Videos cut by next week. We got to get songs and accessories ordered. All of this stuff has to happen by next week so that we have everything to production for the week after, and then the week after is set up. So literally, there's no more time for games. Y'all in y'all's groups, we're going to be moving. And so you got to be dialed in, focused, present, and be ready to make decisions. If you're on the design team, y'all need to be working with 7, finalizing what we're going to do. Production team, you're looking at tie-dyeing, you're looking at things like this, tags, you're thinking about all the different things we're gonna do. Like we did a Dynamite merchandising, you already saw the space today. Space is dope, but how do we bring it to life? And then marketing, how do we activate it? How do we get the message out? How do we get people in?
What's up? I'm Alicia Williams.
Peter. Jamal Salam.
DJ Bonza. Yeah, I'm an intern here too, so I'm excited.
I'm an intern here at CFA.
I'm one of the assistant leaders here at CFA. I'm a group leader here for CFA.
Bobby Couch, I'm the marketing lead of CFA's Future of Fashion Summer Program. On the marketing side. We're on the marketing scene. It's the industry plans. You're wearing the brand. You represent that. And you got other industry plans out here running around. So
my name is Kevin Black. I am the production lead here at Columbus Fashion Alliance. My role at in MBK was actually to be the production lead and really to show the guys how to take their concept to creation and really create the design, not just sketch it and have the idea, but really work with our production partners to actually get a physical sample and a final sample, and then really see the production of the full line come to life.
When do you need your designs in?
As soon as possible. Okay. As soon as possible. The quicker we know what the designs are, the quicker we can pull the samples of the line to just funnel the actual shoot. And once that happens, once we know the designs, we're going to make sure all the production partners have all of the product, which some of you guys went through today. They'll have all those boxes of shirts and stuff to actually start producing the designs.
Hey, yo, what's going on? It's your boy Seven. I was the design expert of the project. Basically, I was the leader of the design department. It was cool to be able to teach my students in the design team just the whole, I guess, the thought process of being a designer and how to not only design for yourself, but design for a team in the base of a project. I like that you be dynamic, but you got when designing, being a lead, is also you have to work within every team. So you got to think cohesively. How could the spaceship and the race car tie into the story industry? How does that make sense? I think you can execute a good design. But it's more so it has to be you know,
I like sunflowers. I don't know, I like sunflowers.
Okay, so do you know what these flowers are by chance? Somebody was to ask you, so why this?
My name is Ronnie Opong. I get to serve as program director for the Future of Fashion Summer Internship Program. Right now I'm based in New York, where I work as a creative and social entrepreneur within the fashion industry. So from consulting to curating events, experiential events, trade shows, doing brand development, you name it, I've done it, I'm doing it. And it's a very interesting time right now because I didn't expect to be back in Columbus for such a long period of time, but kind of connecting with these students and having this space to kind of give back, but then also give back within a space that I am very familiar with, and that is fashion. So I'm excited to be a part of this program, with this team, and more importantly, like, just happy to create and share creativity with the youth.
You want people to have when they wear your clothing. When you're working for a certain brand and you're working towards something, what is that feeling that you want them to get? You want them to get confidence. Because my thing is, if I don't got it, and I have the resources to design and create on, I'm gonna create stuff that I've been wanting, or spin it in the way that I want it. I'm also gonna be more confident because I'm gonna be like, this shit is hot, because I get it. Shirts, t-shirts, hoodies.
We got, I think, 4 or 5 shirts, 3 hoodies, 2 shorts, and a bucket hat.
Has that information been translated over to production?
Nah, we just are finalizing the bucket hat right now, so.
How many of what is getting what and what's going on what?
Okay. All right, really quickly. When we have these meetings, I need y'all to speak and be confident. All right? You're working on this stuff. For you to be like timid or I'm not too sure, we're doing da-da-da, like speak to what you're working on and be confident in it. Because if you're not confident, your cross-functional partners, me, I don't feel confident. I don't feel secure that this is actually happening or we're on track. Okay?
Yeah, for like, we got 3 shirts that we're trying to produce. We got samples today. So hopefully we'll at least have 3 done by today.
dealing with fishy, it's like, all right, cool, I understand your role, so dealing with that, I like how that role goes.
We had just gotten into contact actually with Seven and Cash and Elijah, and so we had gotten some of the new designs that we needed from the samples that we had seen before, and we just copy and paste them, use them to the best of our ability to the other zip-ups and hoodies, so that by the time everything comes back in, we can just be packed up, set, ready to go for the pop-up. Other than that, we just want to make sure that everyone has their samples and are ready by tomorrow for the lookbook and for the product shots.
Man, it's been a whirlwind. Actually, right now, I think the pressure's on the guys. We're in go mode. It's very much marketing and production and the merchandising team.
So, bro, what are you doing? Now look at me for a second. 1, 2, 3. Be careful about moving your arm because it's okay, bet. So can you actually hop up on this step and just pose like on this thing? Let's be careful.
That was sick though.
Yeah.
At least we did.
At least that might be the last shot.
We're picking what shots we want in the video.
Marketing's gonna need a lot of support. And the way this collection, the way this whole event pops off and it's hype is when you make it. You make it big, you make it hype. Because like I said, I'm not gonna rock this stuff that ain't dope. I think you guys have made some pretty dope stuff. Now it's time to build up the hype.
Industry plan. We've been placed in predicaments where we become more of a minority than our natural birthright gave us. The hidden lines of broken codes because the concept of color creates this industry. The suffering beyond imaginable creates the perfect creative. Industry plan changed that. We aren't just a part of the industry, we create the industry. We now choose the narrative behind what's displayed on the front lines. Our creativity flourishes because it's in our control. We're roses that bloom through the gardens of thorn. We're the industry. Industry plan, watered by creativity.
And then now it's about designing out that pop-up space. So bringing that idea and those thoughts to fruition. So there's a lot of moving pieces right now.
If it's not the case, then let's bring blanks. I want the tote bag. I want the quarter zip. I want every single thing.
Right. So we have a pop-up from August 9th through the 13th. They also start school. Majority of them probably start school August 12th. So we're beating the clock in the sense of trying to get everything ready for our pop-up, breaking down pop-up, and then also having them be able to close out.
What's going on in here?
So, day 2 here in the pop-up space. We're actually about to lay out some of the outfits. We got some samples in here just so that Kathy can see in terms of visually how she wants things laid out. Then we're also going to look at marketing opportunities in the space. So we're going to put our banners and all those kind of things like that. Yeah, we're going to bring some workouts. Because the next thing is I'm going to have to start getting the list of things I'm going to order together. So for example, if this is the shirt that is going to be displayed here, if it's 2 smalls, 2 mediums, 2 large, 2 extra large.
A day.
Exactly. So that means like, that might be what? 2, it says small, medium, large, extra large, 2X, right? That's 5. So technically it should be 10 garments on this little spoke right here. That means that's 10 hangers. Say that again? Oh yeah, you get what I'm saying? So that's 10 hangers. So then now I know that 10 here, it's gonna be 10 here,
10, 10, 10. That lets me know my inventory count as far as what's going to be on the floor, but it also lets me know how many hangers. Because I need to understand how many hangers we need for the whole space. For replenishment purposes, we always know that there should be at least 10 on the rack.
So who wants to take this wall?
I'll take it.
Okay. Who wants to take that wall?
I'll take it.
All right. Okay, so this is the wall that we're about to learn so you guys understand about like the importance of marketing and thinking outside the box. So this wall pretty much is a shirt wall. But we don't want it, but the shirts are pretty much all black and white, but one shirt, right? So creatively, we're trying to think of what's a way to make this wall stand out and not just look like shirts, right? So the idea is, we're gonna switch this. So when you come into a space, always wanna make sure that your eye is looking at what you wanted to focus in on. So like for instance, I wanna show you how we set this wall up. But when you come in, the first thing you wanna see is this color, the top color of this sweatshirt. And then what's below it is what matches the sweatshirt. So this is a sweatshirt moment over here. So this is a moment itself. Now this over here, this moment is gonna be shirts. We're gonna switch this. We're gonna do some work today. So this side, and I want you guys to come up with something creative on your own, just so we can see where your creativity is. We're gonna switch this to this side and this over here. But this is gonna be marketing.
Industry plan on a personal level, I mean, I feel like it explains a lot. We're all planning in this industry throughout the program, so it kind of like caps the whole like internship into close. So before, this is my brand, Just Keep Hustling. I took stock images and then just picked a random font. Like, I was just selling t-shirts. I want to have a clothing brand. So, I mean, I looked at this as a lesson and, you know what I'm saying, it showed me what not to do. So now with this Hustle Society about to drop, it's going to be 10 times better, and it has the potential to go longer, go global, you know what I'm saying, be bigger. Anybody could recreate this. So after going through the program, like, I got like insight on like different brands and got exposed to different brands. So I kind of like got the tools and like, all right, like I know how to do this on a more professional level. I know everything I need. I know who to hit up for logos, what type of people I need, stuff like that. So.
Man, it's been amazing, you know what I'm saying? You know, we asked the question, what happens when you teach them how to fish and not just feed them? And I mean, the results have been crazy, man. I mean, same way you're talking about is that, you know, the Midwest has a really strong footprint on our fashion industry, but it doesn't get recognized for it as much, right? Everybody's always talking about the coast, but
I wish when I was getting started, I had like an outlet like this. I didn't have it was like 0% outlet for what it was I was trying to do. I literally had to go to New York, or just had to leave, period. You know what I mean? My first client that I ever styled was Machine Gun Kelly. We started together. That was like his first stylist, the first person to put him wearing snapbacks and all that other type of stuff. Like, I'm a firm believer in that. Like, it's a journey still to this day. We still going, doing all this that we doing. I'm gonna come out with a shoe, and then I got another shoe. We already got a calendar up for like a year of things that we trying to do and plan and plot and stuff like that. This is fire. I like the messaging. I'm all about that like growth, and I'm actually kind of using some of that messaging a little bit with my Adidas thing, growth and stuff like that. Yeah, this is fire. The blanks that you use in Dove, with Dove, LA Apparel, like, yeah, this is fire. Like, yeah, that's what
we use LA Apparel, TSG, Root Porter.
That's a dope spot.
That's fire.
Hey, look, this is the same type of fixtures we gonna put in our store.
Oh wow, yeah. So right now the same got in there.
Walk in, you can get this on the way out. Sit down in the lobby of court.
Okay, you guys go ahead. My
dad is.
Gave me a couple details yesterday. So we usually pick a fashion word of the week.
Yo, it's 106.7 The Beat. Columbus is real hip hop and R&B. Welcome back. You know what's going down. Catch up show. Happy Friday. We got Fashion Fridays popping today. We got a full studio.
So you guys, welcome in for one. Thank you for stopping by today. I know you guys kind of are done with your session today, so appreciate you coming down. And we have the Future of Fashion summer interns.
The future. Future.
Industry plants. Welcome, you guys.
Y'all introduce yourselves. Everybody introduce yourselves. Go down the line.
What up? It's Josh.
What up, Josh?
I'm the designer for the industry plant.
Okay.
What's up with y'all? It's Oso. I'm a not marketing lead, I guess. I'm just on the marketing team.
Okay.
What's up with y'all? I'm Kent. I'm the merchant.
Kent. What up, Kent?
Campaign model also as well.
Okay.
Yo, my name is Michaela.
Hey.
And I am the marketing lead.
The marketing lead.
Or the mini one anyway.
Oh, she's running things.
Awesome. So we, of course, have our fashion word of the week, and their word of the week is... Seating. And so this is going to be introduced by Oso. What is seating to you and how it kind of goes along with your internship?
Well, seating is like a marketing technique which we use. It's where you find influencers from your demographic, your city, wherever you at, and we basically just give them free merch and ask them to post up in it. Just help get it out there a little bit more.
Got it. And you guys design the merch that you are putting out, correct?
Correct.
Nice. And you did this all over summer, the summertime internship.
10 weeks.
10 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, how long have y'all been interning for so far?
Just like the last week, I think.
This is it. Ooh, it's
8 weeks?
8 weeks.
8 weeks.
Is that the brand y'all got right now? Is that the brand?
Yeah, we all work in the brand today. Everybody's wearing some from the collection.
And y'all designed it?
Josh designed it.
Josh, you designed it?
Along with our designing team.
Let me ask y'all's age since y'all intern. Y'all are young. How old are you going down the line?
I'm 17 years old.
17 years old.
I'm 19.
19?
Also 19.
18.
Nobody can even drink in here. I can't even.
Well, that's a good thing. Don't drink. What is industry plant?
Yeah, correct. So the whole thing about industry plant, if anyone's familiar with music at all, you hear industry plant a lot in a kind of negative connotation where like you're just put in a position and you didn't really earn it. So we wanted to take that and flip it to make it a positive message saying, all right, we're here in this industry, we were put here, but we're here to learn and elevate it. And so that's the whole meaning behind industry plant. And we kind of just stuck with it for real. Like it just grew on us.
It's a cool name, and Water with Creativity, that goes along with it. So you guys have an event coming up, kind of to wrap up your internship, which is pretty dope. Can you tell us about that? It's happening next week, right?
Yes, Monday through Friday we have our pop-up shop. 5-day pop-up shop.
Right. And so what is the pop-up shop going to consist of?
Literally, we got crew tees, t-shirts, hoodies. We have work pants, bucket hats, and beanies. Okay. And we also have tote bags.
Ooh, yes.
And they just gave us our gift. I got my
your bucket hat
on right now, which is dope. This hat is crazy, y'all, man. Y'all did y'all's thing.
Yeah,
industry plant seating box. Seating boxes are basically just something we give out to people who we feel like are really influencing the community, who really are doing their thing, and we would just like them to help us do our thing by giving them free stuff. Right. So here we go. Open it up.
Box. Ready? You're cool.
You got it?
Ooh, okay, there's options in here too.
Y'all made all this?
Colors.
All this,
So, is this a hoodie? And you guys all designed this. Sorry, let me turn my camera around. I'm probably tearing that up. Deal. Water with grit, and it's all positive too. And a beanie. Yay.
Love that.
I love this. These are nice.
Y'all came up with some nice stuff.
This is awesome,
this is
and this is really pretty. Water with creativity.
Of course it is.
Hold on, wait. I just want to point this water with creativity for one.
Check them out. All right. So I'll end it off like this. From seeing how this has impacted their lives, to seeing how it's impacted others in the community, and seeing the outpouring of, support for initiatives like this. I mean, I can only wonder what's next.
These are amongst the most prominent cities in which make the social cliche of one coast to another. The Midwest elevates the modern renovations of fashion, culture, social life, and humanity. We, arguably the new age culture our predecessors talked about. You done seen the art, the commercials, the power. You done seen us. You done heard the talk. You done heard our story. This life real. God built this life. We were made to grow. We the heart and soul of creativity. This the Midwest. We were made here. Made in the Midwest.
you.